Hey guys, and welcome back to another flight for Alex's Flying Club. Um, Today we're going to be flying to Vancouver Island from Kamano Island Airfield, and we're going to be flying in the Goose. And let me show you a brief overview of our route. So here we have SkyVector. Again, we're in the Pacific Northwest. So we are in Washington State. This is the Olympic Peninsula over here. This is Vancouver Island. I'm not going to do this whole flight on stream. I'm just going to do part of it. Kamano Island is over here. We're going to depart from Kamano Island Airfield right here, and we're going to fly around Whidbey Island and fly just south of the San Juan Islands. And we're going to skirt around the Victoria airspace over here, trying to avoid all the restricted airspace and the towered airspace. Then we're going to go through some of these valleys, go over this lake, Kawikan Lake, and go through some more valleys over here, and eventually our destination will be Port Alberni, also known as Alberni Valley Regional Airport. And from there, I may stream this short flight from Alberni Valley Regional to Qualicum Beach. I'm not sure if I'll stream this portion, but I will stream this first flight to Alberni Valley Regional. So that's the plan. We've got our flight plan filed. We've got Flight Sim Economy started, and we got VATSIM connection going. I did have some Pilot Edge comms on in the background. I'm not going to be doing this flight on Pilot Edge because we're going to be going to the Vancouver airspace, and Pilot Edge doesn't cover the Vancouver airspace, so I decided to do it on VATSIM. But I do have the Pilot Edge listener just for comms because we don't have ATC online currently on VATSIM in the area. Yeah, there's no ATC online. So let's do a quick walk around of the Goose. There's just a RV vehicle that just passed. I guess there's a road right behind us. So we check things like tire pressure, check the leading edge of the wings. I don't know if you'd be able to reach the ailerons on top over there, but we'll check them anyway. Check the elevators, check the rudder travel. We check the tires on the right hand side, on the starboard side. Check the aileron travel. And we'd look at things like the propellers, the leading edges of the propellers to make sure that there's no dings on them or anything like that. Look for any corrosion on the fuselage, since this is an amphibian aircraft. And then we'll call that the walk around complete. Let's hop inside. Get our fuel valves to be on. And turn on our battery. Note the fuel state, we have 66 gallons on board. Let's see, I'll go through my pre-flight checklist. Doors are closed. Fuel levels checked. VATSIM is connected. Pre-start checklist. Let's turn on the lights. Have nav lights and beacon lights are on. Fuel selectors on both. Magnetos are off. Propellers are full forward. Throttles are cracked. Carb heat is off. Floats are up in neutral. Beacon light is on. Parking brake is on. And mixture will mixture and fuel pump left to go. Alright, we're ready for engine start. Start the second engine first. Let's get the mixture to full. Fuel pump on. And a starter on and mags to both. Alright, fuel pump can go off. We have a good start. Generator can go on. Let's go with engine number 1. We need mixture. Full forward, full rich. Fuel pump is on. Let's go engine number 1, starter and mags. We have fuel pressure coming up. Both engines, that's looking good. Engine number 1 is started. Fuel pump off, generator on. Set our mixtures to auto rich. I'm using the real engine mod for the Goose. Turn on our avionics. I will try not to use my GPS today. I'll try to do some navigation by landmarks. Just gonna note in my flight plan that I'm streaming. All right. As we let our engines warm up here and we let the oil temperature climb up into the green, I'm going to go over the, well actually let me plug in some things into my avionics. So our departure course is going to be 238. Let's actually get the weather here. 100 degrees at 3 knots. Is the wind, so it's pretty much calm. 2 degrees is the temperature. Altimeter is 3034. And we will take off from the northern facing runway, so that's going to be runway 34. That's where we're going to take off from, and our course is going to be 238. So 34 will be our initial runway heading, and then 238 will be our course. Alright, that's plugged in. The frequency for advisory is 122.9. And yeah, so let's actually let's go to one. I forgot that we're on VATSIM, so let's go to 122.8. Let's Let's turn on some pilot edge comms in the background, just so we have some ATC.
Okay, maintaining altitude Bravo, and it's approved for the minute out north. And what was the altitude again for Skyhook 61699er?
61699er, 2,500, LE altimeter 3026.
Roger, 2500 for Skyhook 699er.
So oil temperature is coming up into the green.
Go back to your old squawk code there, 1406, I believe it was.
I'll be tower
And 1406 Skyhook
482 Delta
699er.
Alpha is midfield, right downwind for 26.
482 Delta Alpha, runway 26, clear to land. Wind is calm.
Land for runway 26, 482 Delta Alpha.
Just adjusting my volumes here.
Contact Joshua departure.
Departure for Yankee Golf. Joshua departure, good evening, King Air 24 Yankee Golf, 4,500.
Just give me a minute here, guys, as I adjust my volumes.
Here 24 Yankee Golf. Joshua departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 9,000.
4616999, contact LA Tower 119.8.
Go to LA Tower 119.8, Skyhook 61699er.
Okay, that should be good. And I think the our temps are looking good. They're getting into the green, so we can start taxiing.
Los Angeles Tower, Skyhook 61699er will be south of the Bravo for the minute out north.
4616999, roger. Your radar contact now 5.5 miles south of the Los Angeles airport.
It's not the time, it's 5:55.
Found meeting route, 3 miles south of the field, altimeter 3026.
I'm using real world weather, but not real world time.
North, and we'll put 3 miles south of the field, Skyhook 699er.
And parking brake is off.
Brakes Tower 85. Just wanted to thanks.
Tail wheel is unlocked.
85, William, our pleasure. Thanks for coming out. It has been a busy night for Wednesday.
Alright, we'll do a little run up right before we get to the runway.
United 85 Whiskey Tango, resume navigation.
Okay, resume navigation. 5 Whiskey Tango, please.
Yeah, not every Wednesday you turn out with 30 people on the night. That's for sure.
Skyhook 2
Cheers,
Kilo
thanks again.
Sierra.
Bye-bye.
Oxnard Airport
Okay.
is 12 o'clock
Or
and
61699 to the
1
3-mile call is not necessary. Cleared through the Los Angeles Bravo airspace, maneuver northbound. Maintain VFR
Parking
at
brake is on.
2,500.
Okay, cleared through minute out northbound, maintaining VFR at
Set
2500,
RPMs to
Skyhook
1500 for the run up.
Thanks.
Runway 22 Kilo Sierra.
Let's check the mags on the first engine.
Scorpio fire contact Oxnard Tower 134.905.
They look good.
134.95 and
Let's check carb heat.
122 Kilo Sierra, thank you.
Seems to be working. Check the generator. Other one's taking the load. That's good. Engine number 2. Right mag is good. Left mag is also good. Carb heat is working.
San Luis Tower, 149 uniform.
And generators are working properly.
Thank you for your help.
Let's check pitot heat.
Taxi Alpha to the ramp, you're going to be in this frequency.
That's working. And let's check feathering the prop.
2 Kilo Sierra, 10 miles to the north, west.
Manifold pressure is rising. Let's check oil pressure. Oil pressure is falling, so that's good.
Field altimeter 3027.
Runway 25,
Suction is in the green,
reporting on midfield.
and that's the run-up complete.
Lobby Tower, Twin Star 482 Delta Alpha is clear of 26 at Echo. Request taxi to transient.
42 Delta Alpha, roger, taxi Charlie to the ramp for me.
Let's set our
Does it
trim.
look good on the cat set?
Thanks, and we'll taxi via
Trim set to 1.
transient, 42 Delta. 482 Delta Alpha.
Before takeoff checks.
And cat 6.
Mixtures are auto rich. Props full forward. Carb heat is on cold.
For 61699, leaving LA Bravo airspace within 1 mile radar service terminated. Contact Santa Monica Tower 120.1.
Just gonna refresh chat here.
Okay, over to Santa Monica 120.1, radar service terminated, and we'll see you later, Skunk 699er.
For 616.
All right. Let's keep going with the before takeoff
Santa Monica
checks.
Tower, Skunk 61699, good evening, is with you just crossing
Flaps
over
are going to be set
the LA
to
Bravo
30
airspace,
degrees.
looking for VFR North.
For
Avionics are
616,
set.
Santa Monica Tower,
Passengers are on
northbound,
board and
transit
flight
is
sim
approved,
economy.
maintain VFR.
Lights
North Coast is in
are
transition, so we're
gonna
maintaining VFR Skunk 61699.
come on. You can see the landing lights retracted. Transponder is on. Pitot heat
Here for Yankee Golf, contact Circle Veg 134.2.
coming on, and tail wheel lock to go. So our departure briefing is going to be really short and simple. We're going to depart runway 34 from Camino Island Airfield, climb to 2,000 feet on a course of 238. This will be a short field departure. Everything else will be standard. And that's the departure briefing
Here
complete.
24 Yankee Golf, Gulf Bridge, Burbank, altimeter 34.
100.
So here we would make a call on the advisory frequency saying Camino Island traffic, Mariner 2525 is back taxiing runway 34 Camino Island. Need the full length of the runway here, so I'm gonna use the turnout area to turn around and make the most of the runway space that's available. Alright. So we're ready to go. I'm going to roll a few feet forward and then lock our tail wheel. And note the departure, the takeoff time is 6:01. Then we make a radio call. In this case, we'd say Camino Island traffic, Mariner 2525 is departing runway 34 to the west, climbing 2,000 feet, Camino Island. Yeah, we're loaded up pretty nicely for the Goose. That was not a very kosher takeoff.
6169 squawk VFR frequency change is approved. We'll see you.
We ran off the edge of the cliff there. Alright, positive rate of climb, gear up. I have to make a note that I can't take off too heavy from Camino Island Airfield in the Goose. I'm making my call on advisory frequency. I'd say something like Camino Island traffic, Mariner 25 departing the pattern to the west, last call, Camino Island.
So go approach Skyhook 61699.
Alright, let's get flaps up. Let's go on our course of 238.
So 6169 or Simcoe Bridge, go ahead.
Oxford Tower,
Set climb power.
Is approximately
122 Kilo Sierra, wind
5
230 at 6, runway 25.
200 RPM and 33.5 inches of manifold pressure.
6169 or squawk 6207 ident.
And landing lights can come up.
There's
And off.
6169 radar contact 5.5 miles north of Santa Monica VOR. Change my frequency 134.2.
Roger, position checked. Was that SoCal 134.2 for the Skype 699?
Affirmative.
Alright, as we're approaching our cruise altitude, I'm going to lower our power setting to
SoCal approach Skype 61699 is with you at 3000.
27 inches of manifold pressure and 1900 RPM.
Approach. Thank you. Burbank altimeter 3024. Say request.
3024, and we'd like to pick up IFR to John Wayne for Skyhawk 61699 or 172 slant uniform.
Jack 61699 Roger. Stand by.
I climbed too much.
PR4 Yankee
That's a
Golf
mistake.
Simcoe Bridge 134.9er.
Because we're still in the Class Charlie airspace.
SoCal, good evening.
So that's a mistake. So what I was supposed to just that's a bad briefing on my part. Since we're in the Class Charlie shelf right here, I'm supposed to stay at below 1300.
ILS 430 approach and center maintain 7000.
Okay, 170 for now, down to 7,000. And I just want to make sure you get the request for the direct backup for the full procedure.
Kier 4 Yankee Golf I.
So let's climb. Let's descend back down.
Okay, I have the way for Yankee Golf.
Let's descend back down to 1300, then climb once we're clear of this area.
Skyhawk 61699er clearance available advisory cap.
Ready, copy Skyhawk 61699.
Let's do our after takeoff checks. Engine power is set, gear is up, flaps are up, floats are up, and landing lights are off.
And Skyhawk 616 is ready, copy.
First waypoint is going to be this point of land called Point
Skyhawk
Partridge,
61699er clear to
which we're approaching.
Correction. Maintain VFR. Maintain 5,000. Reaching 5,000.
After that, we're going to go on a course of 302.
Via heading 080 to join Victor 186 to Beijing intersection. Victor 363. Hawkscoo. Victor 8. Sill Beach. Direct.
Okay, Skyhawk 61699ers maintaining VFR up to 5,000 at 5,000.
We're at our cruise level, so let's go to 27 inches of manifold pressure and
taxi
auto lead.
Charlie Foxtrot to the ramp with this
Skyhawk 699er almost. Heading 080
Charlie
to
Fox
join,
shock
so you'll
to
join the
parking,
Victor
Cessna
186 on that heading. Victor 186 to Beijing. Victor 363 to Hawkscoo. Victor 8 Sill Beach. Direct.
Okay, Roger, sorry about that. Heading 080 to join the Victor 186, then Beijing, then Victor 363 to Hawkscoo, Victor 8 Seal Beach, direct, Skyhawk 61699.
Looks like we have a crosswind from our left side.
Gear 24 Yankee Golf, contact Silk for 28.1.
28.1.0.
I'm gonna give it a little bit of left
Okay,
aileron
good
trim.
evening, came here 24 Yankee
I don't know if
Golf,
this aircraft has
25.
aileron trim, but I am using the hotkeys for it, so what I mean to say is I don't know if the real world aircraft has aileron trim, but the trim does work in FSX.
Sierra 24 Yankee
Makes it
Golf,
a little
Silk
easier to
approach
hand
Tower
fly.
Altimeter 30270, said ILS, full approach from Becca.
Affirmative 4 Yankee Golf.
Sierra 4 Yankee Golf, would you like to run Becca now and descend in the hold, or would you like me to vector you out, descend
And our next waypoint is going to be
I can just take check that.
Smith Island over here. So
So
we're going to go on a course of 302
Yankee Golf.
until we
Clear
see
direct
Smith Island off
Becca,
to our
cross
right.
Becca at or above 2000, cleared ILS, runway 30 approach,
And
report to inbound for Becca.
after we pass Smith Island, shortly after that, we
Yeah,
can
clear
start our
Becca,
climb
cross
to
Becca,
2,000 feet.
2000, cleared Alice 30 approach,
And
report, proceed to turn inbound
we'll
4
be
Yankee
clear of
Golf.
this Class Charlie airspace. Cruise checklist, let's do that. Carb heat. Let's turn carb heat on. It is close to below freezing around here. It's about 2 degrees. And mixtures are on auto lean. Engine gauges checked, everything's in the green. Fuel quantities are good. And switches are as required. So that's the cruise checklist complete. Let's make our turn to 302. Making sure to stay below 1,300 feet for the Class Charlie that's above us.
Los Angeles clearance delivery, Ursa 457 heavy. We're looking for IPAR clearance up to.
That's Aerosim Gaming
Seattle,
on
please.
Pilot Edge.
Oh,
That's his voice. He's also streaming right now. I recognize it.
Arrows, where you come from this stuff? Arrows, sir, 457 heavy. Clear to Seattle to cast 6 departure, long transition. Then S5. Climb way ascend, except to maintain 5,000. Departure frequency 125.2. Squawk 7470.
And Aerosol 457 heavy, we're cleared up to Seattle Tacoma via the CATSA 5 departure. Borman transition. Climb via set except maintain 5,000. Departure frequency is 125.2 and squawk 7470. Where do I get the name? It's on the side of the aeroplane.
Ah, yes. Where every aircraft is. Aerosol 457, read back correctly for 25 right time.
And 25 right next to that to Aerosol 457.
So Smith Island should be... Is that it right there? That may be Smith Island. Let's see how long we have to travel on this heading.
Tango traffic at your
Yep.
10
So I
o'clock.
see
That's
the
Smith
departure
Island
on
off to our
Marriott
right.
30 is
Here, sitting at a
10,000,
3,000,
departing on
300
the
reset,
Twin Falls
turning
3.
back to the northwest. Advise right turn.
So
to
after
the
we
north.
pass a beam Smith Island, we're going to go to a course of 310 and look for Cattle Point. That'll be our third waypoint.
And SoCal doesn't look like I have him in sight just yet. Did you want us to turn to the north?
Gunnetter 85, Whiskey Tango affirmative. Suggest a right turn to the north for traffic. He is now about your 10 o'clock. You'll be moving to your 11 o'clock in 4.5 miles. It's a King Air descending out of 2,700.
I wonder why we're not making why we're not making the speed that I expect.
24 Yankee Golf traffic at your 2 to
Only
1
making
o'clock,
136
3.5
knots. Maybe we
miles
have to climb
Skyhawk.
higher
Looks like he's
to
level
get
about
better speed.
3,000. He's making a right turn to the north. Does not have you in sight.
So we're at Beam Smith Island, so we're gonna go on our course of 310. Pressing the wrong button there.
Whiskey Tango, the King Air is now about your 7 o'clock and 2.5
Sorry about the
miles,
zooming.
2,100. You're now 1,000 above it.
Roger that, thank you, 5 Whiskey Tango.
Care for Yankee Golf traffic, slightly left here, 12 o'clock, mile and a half at 3,000.
Roger,
And as we approach Kettle Point up ahead, we're going to start our
Care
climb
for
to
Yankee
2,000
Golf,
feet.
thank you. Join the localizer, contact tower 119.4.
I'm not going to climb higher than 2,000. First of all, there's clouds, as you can see, coming up ahead. Second of all, there's some airspace we need to avoid, some Class Bravo airspace around the Victoria area.
Okay, we'll maintain at or above 3,000 and resume on nav for Skyhawk 5 Whiskey Tango.
Long Beach Tower, King Air 24 Yankee Golf, finalist 30 full stop.
Here 24 Yankee Golf, Long Beach Tower. Good evening. You sound just like a guy I had fly to Fox a little while ago. Runway 30 clear to land with 2705.
Clear to land on 30, yep. Speedy airplane tonight for Yankee Golf.
So we're approaching Kettle Point. We are about over here, so we should be clear of the Class Charlie. So I'm going to start my climb to 2,000 feet. We don't have long to go. Almost there.
Skag 6-9er, turn left heading 070 now, join Victor 186.
But 070 for Skyward 61699, and we're ready with the flight plan. Thanks for the patience.
Skag 6-9er, climb maintain 5,000.
Going up to 5, Skyward 61699.
I'm not going to go away from my cruise power setting. I'm just going to leave it at cruise power and do a very shallow climb. We don't have a long way to go, so this should be sufficient. And after we reach Kettle Point, I'm going to go on a course of 271. Then look for this lake. Is going to be this little tiny lake is going to be our next waypoint on the shore. 271.
Here 4 Yankee Golf, we approach tonight.
Parking on the east side for Yankee Golf.
Roger, taxi Golf Charlie to the right remains for
Get Charlie to park with you and for Yankee Golf runway.
Continue our climb as we start our turn. Oh, Vancouver Center's online. That's good. I can turn off the Pilot Edge listening app and go to 133.7.
San Luis Ground, Skyhawk 870 Sierra Papa, transient parking request.
So now we have to be really careful that we don't go into the Bravo airspace. Now that ATC is online.
Vancouver, good evening. It's Air Canada 1145, checking in 340. Air Canada 1145, welcome aboard, sir. I'll update your squawk code 4001 and ident, sir. 4001 and ident, Air Canada 1145.
Vancouver Center.
Air Canada 1145, radar identified, flight level 340. You can expect runway 08 left or right, your choice, and Vancouver winds are calm at this time. We'll check ILS 08 left for Air Canada 1145. Roger, copy 8 left, and you can continue the approach for the Canuck 4. Plan to cross a VTAB flight level 210 and report leaving 340. Okay, we'll check ILS 08 left by the Canuck 4, and we'll send across a VTAB at flight level 21. We'll report leaving flight level 340. Air Canada 1145. 1145, thanks.
Vancouver Center, Mariner 25, requesting flight following to Alberni Valley Regional Airport. We are just west of Cattle Point, 2,000 feet. Mariner 25.
Mariner 25, welcome aboard. Squawk 4002 and ident.
4002 ident, Mariner 25, thank you.
Mariner 25, your radar identified. The altimeter in Victoria, 3029er.
29er, thank you, Mariner 25.
And 25, where are you heading, sir?
Heading to Alberni Valley Regional Airport. That's Charlie Bravo Sierra 8, Mariner 25.
Roger, copy that, sir, and you can continue, maintain no navigation, no visible traffic, continue in that destination.
Roger, thank you, Mariner 25. Okay, I'm just checking the map here. I want to make sure I spot this lake. In any case, we're going to need to turn to a course of 247. Maybe the lake is frozen over in the scenery, I'm not sure. This will be tricky flying. There's clouds to contend with, there's airspace. There's the lake that I'm looking for, over here, I believe. Yep, that's the lake. So I need to stay to the south of it and go on a course of 247 and then look for this inlet of water right here. That'll be the following waypoint. Just have to make sure I avoid those clouds. So you have some buildings and whatnot around the area, so that my frame rates are going a little bit lower. I'm going to start my turn to 247. We do have clouds in the way.
Vancouver Center, good evening, Rouge 1718. Rouge 1718, go ahead, sir. Rouge 1718, gate 58, Vancouver International, requesting IFR clearance to Cancun. We have Bravo.
So I'm diverting a little bit to avoid those clouds.
Rouge 1718, thanks for Bravo. You cleared to the Cancun Airport, Vancouver 9 departure, flight plan route, runway 08. Left for your flight plan route, and your squawk code is 4003.
So I'm trying. Hopefully I won't get into this restricted airspace.
Clear Cancun, Vancouver 9, flight plan route, runway 08, left, 4003, inbox. Rouge 1718. Rouge 1718, reback is correct. The current time is 0256, the altimeter 303. You can push back when able. Push back nose facing to the west and expect taxi for 08 left. 3030, we'll push back nose to the west and call for taxi for Rouge 178.
I gotta get used to this route. I'll be flying it often. It is tricky though. See, there's some little tiny lakes down below. Let's see if we can find them on the map. Yeah, those are the lakes right here, I think. Right over here. So we're looking for this inlet of water. Should be coming up ahead. And then after we find that inlet, we're going to go on a course of 301. Just out of curiosity, is there an NDB near Port Alberni that we can go to in case we need to go IFR? No, interestingly, there's nothing there. So we would have to come up with something creative if things went wrong. There is a VR from nearby Victoria, though. So there's the inlet of water that I was looking for. So now I'm going to go on a course of 301. terrain, I wasn't expecting this terrain. So that's another interesting impediment. So I'm gonna have to climb for terrain clearance. Let me see if I have to worry about the Class Bravo airspace here. Over here it's 3,000 feet, so I can get up to 3,000 feet. Let's stay at 2,500. That should be okay for us for now. And our next waypoint is Spoke Lake. Should be off to our left. I already see it. At Spoke Lake, we're going to go into 296 heading.
Aircaft 161 Vancouver Center.
So here's Spoke Lake. I think we're passing overhead, or off to our left. So now we're going to go to 296. So we're at 296, and we're looking for a small lake off to our left. I think I see it up ahead. And after that, we're going to go on. We're going to follow a river and go on a course of 268. For a little bit, and then follow the river north, where it turns. See if I can spot the river. We have a bigger lake up ahead. I wonder what that is. Yeah, I'm not sure where I am. But I think we have to make a left turn. Or maybe this is Spoke Lake. Maybe what I'm seeing is Spoke Lake. Yeah, I think what I'm seeing is Spoke Lake. Well, what I'm going to do is... no, I can't go that way. I have to turn around. Because I'm going to go into the Bravo airspace. So I'm going to go on a course of 296. I wish this terrain was better indicated on the map. Wasn't aware that this terrain was going to be this high. So we're gonna stay at 3,000, go in a course of 2906. We just passed Spoke Lake. We're going, I think we're heading around over here. Although we should be in the valley, not where I am in the peaks. I guess the terrain is indicated, I'm just not following it properly.
Rouge 1718, ready to taxi 08 left. Choose 1, Rouge 1718, do you have the coded taxi route Bravo Charlie? Or Juliet Bravo, I'm sorry. Juliet Bravo, we're currently on Juliet Bravo, correct, Rouge 1718.
I think there's the small
Roger,
lake that I was looking
1718, Juliet Bravo is the coded taxi route, runway 08 left. Juliet Bravo, Juliet, left Mike, and Mike 10, hold short.
for. Yeah, I could have done a better job of navigating these
Okay,
valleys.
Roger, so Juliet Bravo, Juliet, Mike 10, hold short 08 left, Rouge 1718.
But it's my first time.
1718, that is correct, sir, and you can call me holding short, thanks.
It's my first time through these valleys, so I'm not too hard
We'll
on
call
myself.
short, 1718.
In Vancouver, Can 1145, leaving 340 for 210.
Can 1145, copy that. You can pick up information Bravo when able.
We'll pick up Bravo for Canada 1145.
.268, 317. We need to do 317 at some point. So I'm gonna say that that's gonna be now. Okay. So now what we're looking for is we're looking for Cowacan River. Cowacan River should be up ahead, and then we'll make a left turn and pass over Cowacan Lake. I don't think we'll be able to miss Cowacan
Rouge
Lake.
1718, new procedure, sir, for Vancouver. Squawk Charlie on the ground when taxiing. Rouge 1718 is currently squawking Charlie. Got that now, thanks. Squawk Charlie.
A little cloud passing below us. I think that's the Cowacan River up ahead. Or maybe the lake already. Yeah, this was an interesting route that I planned. There aren't really a lot of good ways to get through all the tricky airspace and everything without requesting a Bravo clearance, which I probably should have done. But we managed to pick our way through that. It was a little hairy, but I'm pretty sure this is Cowacan Lake coming up ahead. Alright, there's the river. There's the river. Let's go back to the map.
Route 1718, if you're ready to go, sir, line up on the runway 08 left.
Now we need to go on a course of 276.
Perfect, we'll line up runway 08 left, Route 1718.
So we'll get on the right
Route
side.
1718, departure with me this frequency. Contact me airborne passing 1,500 on the departure. The Vancouver winds, stand by. Our dead calm at this current time. Clear takeoff, 08 left. We'll call you airborne passing 1,500. Clear takeoff, 08 left, Route 1718. Air Canada 1145, you're cleared to connect 4 arrival, descend across inland 3000.
Okay, we check cleared down for the LS 8 left, right to connect 4 and across the inland at 3000 feet for Canada 1145.
1145, that is correct, thank you.
Okay, so we'll stay on the right-hand side of the valley, as is the typical procedure for mountain flying. I can see the lake up ahead, Kawakan Lake. So we're on the right track. We still have some more valleys to fly through, and some more tricky situations though. There's this one area in particular where I have to choose the right valley. There are like 3 valleys that look very similar, and I have to make the right choice between them. Otherwise we get in a big bind. So we'll see how that goes. You can see Kawakan Lake kind of divides up here. There's one part and a second part. That checks out on the map. Right here there's a division here on the right. On the right hand side and the left hand side over here. It divides up before it comes back together. So that's what I expect to see. And at the end of the lake we're going to go on a course of 316. And that's when we'll be heading into some valleys that are tricky.
Vancouver Center, Rouge 1718, climbing through 1,700 for 7,000. Rouge 1718, your radar identified on 08 left Vancouver, position altitude is checking out, and you can fly direct at SIC and climb 16,000. Climb 6,000 and what direction, Rouge 1718? 1718 is direct ADSIC. Delete the Vancouver VOR, next waypoint, straight ahead ADSIC. Direct ADSIC and 6,000 for 1718. At 1718, I'm not sure if I heard you correct, to climb 16,000, sir. Right, 16,000 direct ADSIC for 1718. Thank you. Air Canada 1145, Vancouver altimeter 3030.
300 Canada 1145.
There's some low-lying clouds up ahead. Just descending a little bit to avoid them. This is a beautiful area to fly through, though. Very nice.
Goose 1718, when ready, climb flight level 350. Climb flight level 350, Goose 1718.
Looks like we're passing below these clouds. That's good.
Mariner 25, Vancouver.
Mariner 25, go ahead.
Just update your position, sir. What's your ETA for your destination?
Wager about 15 minutes, Mariner 25.
Copy that, and you can continue, and when you have the field in sight, give me a call, thanks.
We'll call Mariner 25. Alright. Some nice flying here. It's really nice mountain flying. The kind of conditions that the Goose was made for. Well, it was actually made as an executive aircraft to fly in Long Island, technically, but I should say the kind of conditions that the Goose ended up flying in. As it was used as a bush plane. Still is, although there are very few of them left, and parts for them are getting very hard to come by. I saw a clip by Penn Air, one of the representatives of Penn Air that used to operate the Goose, saying that there's only one landing gear left on the market for the Goose. They don't know where to get more landing gear to replace it, as there's a real shortage. And I also heard that it uses the same landing gear mechanism as the Grumman Wildcat, which is kind of interesting. And you see on some videos, there's a crank down here. Oh, there's actually, oh, that's pretty cool. It's actually modeled here. I don't know if that raises and lowers the landing gear. I don't think it does, but it assists somehow in the process of raising and lowering the landing gear. And if you ever seen like a Grumman Wildcat, you actually have to physically crank up the landing gear up and down. There's no electronic or hydraulic or anything like that system to lower and raise the gear on a Grumman Wildcat. And supposedly they use the same landing gear, although I can't imagine the wheels are the same. The wheels for the Grumman Goose must be a lot bigger since it's a bigger plane, I would imagine. Alright, we're coming to the end of the lake here. I've been through this part once before in a Cessna. Let's see if I can replicate that flight. It was relatively successful. So I need to go on a course.
Here, 1145 Vancouver. Are you able MCAM for the final approach fix for 08 left?
316. Go on a course of 316.
Yeah, that's affirmative for Canada
And
1145.
then look for the right valley. This is where I
American
was...
1145 departing Vizu, cleared MCAM for the ILS 08 left approach.
This is where I was talking about finding the right valley.
Okay, we check after Villa, direct to MCAM for the ILS 08 left there, Canada 1145.
Visibility's improved a little bit. Alright, let's start our turn. And look for that valley. So there's a few options for us. I think we have to go over here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have to go over here in this valley right here, not the one to the right. Let's take another look at the map. See, there's a valley off to our right, which we can go, but it's a dead end. You can see it goes into terrain. There's another one off to the right too, which is more of a dead end. So the one that we need, I think, is this one right here. We'll go through the valley and then hopefully come out with this lake. And then from there on, it'll be a straight shot to Alberni Valley Regional Airport. Oh, this is fun flying. This is what it's about for me. Very adventurous flying. And as far as adventure in the simulator goes. I'm tempted to say that this is the right valley, but I'm not so sure. I think we're on the right track with this one.
Air Canada 161, Vancouver.
So once we get into this valley, we're going to make kind of a zigzag course, and then that should kick us out into the lake. And that's when I know I will have taken the right turn. Otherwise, we'll run into a mountain if I took the wrong turn. No, I'm pretty sure this is the right way. So we'll make a left turn, then a right turn, then another left turn to avoid this last little mountain. Left, right, left.
Air Canada 161, Vancouver Center. Air Canada 1145, Vancouver Center. Vancouver winds are calm. Number 1, clear to land, 08 left.
Number 1, clear to land, 08 left for
Next
Canada.
course is 318 is our next course, and that'll take us to
1145, what's your date tonight?
Charlie 32 for Canada 1145.
Roger, copy. Charlie 32, thanks.
So there's that mountain up ahead that we have to avoid. Maybe we can go around it to the right instead of the left. Yeah, we'll just go around it to the right and go on a straight shot of 318 down to Port Alberni, Alberni Valley. Hey, White Wolf Spirit, welcome to the stream. Yep, in the flying boat again. In the flying boat. I'm liking it. This is my new favorite aircraft to fly. For a while it was the Beech 18. Well, first it was the DC-3 before that. Then it was the Beech 18, then it was the Cessna 208, now it's the 207. Now it's the Grumman Goose. This is the aircraft that I own in Flight Sim Economy.
Vancouver Center, Air Canada 161, 50320 for Vancouver.
Air Canada 161, welcome aboard. Your squawk is 4007 in ident.
4007 in ident for Air Canada 161.
So we're approaching Alberni Valley. That's up ahead. Let's do the...
Air Canada 161, radar identified for level 320. Continuous filed, and you can expect runway 08 left via the Connect 4 arrival.
Well, it's the 320, and they're expecting runway 08 left. After the Connect 4 arrival, check the Air Canada 161.
So this will be an approach into Alberni Valley Regional Airport. We're gonna, well actually let me start my descent before I do the approach briefing. Descent power set. Let's set our mixtures to auto rich. Check our fuel state. We've got 38 gallons, we're good.
Vancouver Center, activating Express 210 with you, stand 5 in Prince George, the 32200, within 6 minutes to Vancouver.
Okay, Express 210, ready, you're cleared to the Vancouver Airport via the Prince George 9 departure, runway 5, flight plan route, squawk is 4010.
Just gonna wait until they're done talking. So We're going to be going to Port Alberni, runway 30. This will be a standard landing.
Vancouver flying express 210, the Prince George 5 available for the moment. Is that acceptable?
Prince George 5 is just fine, sir. It'll be the same thing. You're going to be climbing to 8,000 and contacting passing 3,200.
Airport elevation is 250, and we're going to be, the pattern altitude is 1,300.
Roger, cleared to Vancouver, Prince George, departure flight plan route, squawk 4010, King Express 210.
King Express 210, read back is correct. Current time is 0259, Prince George altimeter 3014. You can push back when ready. Expect backtrack taxi 15.
The frequency for advisory is unknown.
Backtrack taxi 15, then we'll call ready for taxi Express 210.
Actually, it's 123.0.
Route 1718, Vancouver. Route 1718, go ahead. 1718 Seattle Central is offline. You can go to Unicom now 122.8, but our service with me is now terminated, and enjoy the rest of your flight. Thanks for flying Vancouver. Okay, change 22.8 for connection room 1718. Thanks, have a good night. Yep.
Okay, so that's the approach briefing complete pretty much. Everything else is going to be standard about the approach. Now we're looking for the field. There's the Port Alberni Airport, or the former Port Alberni Airport right there. And the one that we need, the Port Alberni that we need, is just south of the river. So we'll just follow this river over here, and it's just west of the river, I should say. Vancouver Center, Mariner 25 can cancel flight following at this time.
Mariner 25, flight following is canceled. Thanks for flying Vancouver. See you.
Thank you for the service, Mariner 25. Have a good evening. Oh. Didn't realize I'd have such a hard time spotting it, to tell you the truth. So you're not sure what to do with the money that you have at Flight Sim Economy. Well, if you're not sure what to do with it, give it to me. I'm just kidding. I've spotted the airport. It's up ahead right there. Why not get an airplane? Like, why not get your favorite plane like I did? Or buy an FBO. Like an interesting location that has some meaning for you. Alright, so there's the airport. We'll be landing runway 30. Let's get our gear down.
And make correct. Canada 1145 Mike 1. Aircraft 1145, come see you on Mike 1, sir. Turn right on Mike, left on Juliet. Continue down Juliet, left on Lima into your gate 32.
We're checking Mike 1, right on Mike left Juliet, and left Lima, gate Charlie 32, Air Canada 1135. 1145.
Let's go flaps 1. Props full. Before landing checklist, tail wheel is locked. Brakes are off.
Vancouver Center, good evening, Air Canada 230, checking in level 5, level 360.
Let's go over to advisory frequency. I forgot to reset my transponder. So we'd make a call, we'd say something like Alberni Valley traffic, Mariner 25 on final approach, runway 30, full stop, Alberni Valley. course, on VATSIM you don't do that, but you use text, not voice. But I like to do it just for immersion. Coming in a little bit low. It's alright though. Okay. Undercarriage, mixture, prop, flaps, floats are good. Ready to land. Flaps up. Alberni Valley traffic, Mariner 25 is back taxiing runway 30, Alberni Valley. Tailwheel lock unlocked. Pitot heat is off. 7:05 is our landing time. Forgot to turn on the landing lights. So that was a nice flight. Some interesting valley flying, mountain flying situations that we encountered. Yeah, the area around Victoria is really tricky. I've got to get used to it. I'll be doing this flight quite often because it's a nice money maker and it's fun to fly as well. So I gotta learn how to get around Victoria. Let's find a parking space for our Goose. All right. Let's get it parked. And there's the Flight Sim Economy job completed. Avionics can come off. Let's turn on Pilot Edge ATC just for some background ATC while I
At the hangar area on the west side of the airport.
while I shut
request
down the
taxi to
aircraft.
be active.
November 1337 Whiskey Las Vegas ground runway 1 left at Bravo. Taxi via Hotel Bravo.
1 left at Bravo, taxi via Hotel Bravo for 37 Whiskey.
November 1337.
Oh, sorry, I missed some of your chats there, White Wolf Spirit. I refreshed and I noticed that I missed some of them. Man, Twitch is buggy sometimes with chat when you're streaming. So you're saying you had 3 FBOs, but FSC sold them out from under you. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks.
We're back.
Yeah, you have to stay on top of that, otherwise they go back in the
Romeo
system.
Alpha, contact closer center 125.27.
Which FBOs did you have?
2527 to Romeo Alpha.
It is a 6 Tango Bravo, contact close center center 126.35.
What area were they in?
126.35, 6 Tango Bravo.
That was 60 Romeo Alpha.
12635, Airso 457 heavy.
Scout 3550, can we go to tower?
Scout is 3550. Yes, I told you established final contact tower 119.9er.
Scout 3550, Las Vegas Tower on
Our fuel state is 36 gallons.
That was 3550 Las Vegas Tower. Wind now 080 at 3 runway 25 left. Clear to land.
Clear to land, 25 left. Skyways.
They were in Texas. Oh, okay, I see. Alright, lights can come
Los
off.
Angeles Layer 62 Romeo Alpha 17,000.
Air 62 Romeo Alpha, Los Angeles Center, climb and maintain flow level 230.
Was it 2-3 or 2-5?
Ah, forgot to turn off the carb heat.
Lear 62 Romeo Alpha, your filed altitude flight level is 230, correct?
Before
Yep,
landing.
that's right, I was wrong flight plan. Yep, 230, 2 Romeo Alpha.
Oh, that's interesting. The carb heat buttons turn on the prop de-ice as well. I'm not sure why that is. Alright, let's go generators off, mags off. What else do we need? I think that is it. Battery can come off, and let's open the door and step outside. Welcome to Alberni Valley Regional Airport. Very nice flight. I enjoyed it. Hope you guys did too, watching. Let's see. Close this up.
That was 3550, we're vacated 25 left on Alpha 6. Can we cross 25 right?
Sky was 3550.
Disconnect from VATSIM, disconnect from Flight Sim Economy.
Actually, we don't. We're probably just going to go follow the company United. Just landed.
Bravo, Charlie 4 to the ramp, and you can remain.
Alright guys, so I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the virtual skies.
Alright,
catch you next time. Thanks again.
Romeo,
Peace.
Bravo, Charlie 4, Romeo, into the ramp for Skywest 3550.
Okay, it's Alpha 6 Bravo, Charlie 4.
Oh, okay, Alpha 6, Charlie 4, Skywest 3550.
Alpha 6 Bravo, Charlie 4.
Alpha 6, Bravo, Charlie 4.